She had a beautiful smile, and that's what she was most known for. Her light, her warmth. She could walk in a room and everybody would just automatically feel a lot better. June 4th, 2015, she was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal breast cancer, and they gave her about 6 months to a year left to live, and I signed on as her primary caretaker. Between me and my brother, we took care of her all the way up until her last breath, June 8th, 2016. Yeah, the person that I had to become to take on the weight of something like that is the hardest thing that I've ever had to do. My name is Attalah Walker. I am 23 years old. I'm also a yoga instructor at Cal State San Bernardino, so that's pretty groovy. That's probably the favorite thing that I do. For me, especially right now in my life, happiness is just contentment with everything that's going on, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. I'm my most happiest on a yoga mat, when my feet are touching the grass, when I'm with my brother, definitely, or dancing. Sounds really cheesy, and you know, everybody says it, but honestly, it's to give love. Like, it's to fill myself so much with it that my cup starts to overflow for other people. Balance. And that definitely ties back into me trying to find my happiness by being content with everything, not also being content, but trying to balance it all. My mind tends to make me focus on one thing and I forget everything else going on around. So trying to figure out how to balance each aspect is what is bringing me a lot of peace. Striving towards that is what's bringing me towards peace. Understanding. I think the world is quick to react. And I've learned that because I'm quick to react. And I'm not the only person in the world, so I'm pretty sure everybody else is kind of quick to react too. When we take a step back and really start to not only understand things but accept them, then we can really understand them, and I think that's what people are lacking. My resilience. Something, yeah, snap it out. Depression is something that I'm constantly battling, and the fact that I make myself go through it, that I push myself through it and find different ways. Like, I can be in the middle of an anxiety attack and I'm at the same time I'm forcing myself to be on yoga mat. Whether I'm crying my eyes out the entire time I'm on the yoga mat, I'm still on the yoga mat. So I think I can attest that to my resilience. Shout out to moms, she taught me that the most. Ayante is my little brother. He's the dopest dude in the world. Ayante Shamori Walker. Making music. He is just out here popping. There is nothing that my brother has told me he wanted to do and hasn't accomplished. Every single thing that kid says he wants, he gets it. He gets it in the timeline he creates, and nobody's gonna take it away from him. And I look at him and it just pumps me up because I'm like, all right. Look him up. But yeah, that's my little brother. If I would write a thank you note to myself, it would say, thank you for your patience and thank you for trusting yourself, even though a lot of the times you feel like you're not trusting yourself. It was more of a moment than words. It was one of the last times that my mom was able to walk, and she used to go on walks all the time. So her and I were like walking around, and she like grabbed my arm and told me to stop for a second. And she said, you know, like, listen. And I couldn't figure out what she was talking about. And she was like, no, really listen. And that's when I heard the birds. And she said something that I, to this day, have never forgotten. And it's that you never realize how beautiful the sounds of birds are until you realize you're never going to hear that sound again. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't even realize that they're never going to hear that sound again. Like, as cliche as it sounds, anything could happen to anyone and any moment could be your last. So now I feel like every day, everywhere I go, all the time, I always hear the sound of birds, and it just reminds me to be grateful for the sound of birds. The reaction to like really burying my mom, You don't think things like that are physical. You think it's just mental, but that mental pain transforms into physical, and it literally feels like every inch of your body is on fire, like in the worst way. Probably, hands down, the worst. My mom, by teaching me how to love me, it taught me how to love. But I didn't understand how to love until I understood what it was to love me, and I didn't learn that from anybody else but my mom. For me personally, one of the biggest things I live to teach is you are light, you are positivity, you are warmth. And as long as you understand that those three things are within you at every moment of every day, then you're solid. You can harness that and get yourself through anything. We all have a beautiful light in us, and there are certain people that need to see whatever light you have within. So when you share that, just like we were talking about, you never know who you can help. And if everybody is helping someone, then we should all be good, right?